New normal of digital world. Let radio and television be at your fingertips. Get news and current events, entertainment, sports, kiddies programs, and more at your beck and call on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Just visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all social media platforms. Then you are a global citizen. Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Voice of the voiceless.
Good afternoon and you welcome to Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, and this program is the Politicos. This is the program where we talk about things that are going on around the politics in Nigeria, and also we extend into the world in general. My name is Moses Okunlola. Good afternoon once again. To Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, part of the political stories that we have today. FG considering special anti-graft court, says AGF. We also have 18 parties just stood for 4.5 million votes in Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa. As you all know that next month, November, the Kogi state government will be having their gubernatorial election alongside with Imo and Bayelsa later. I think Edo will be coming next year, 2024 as well. Bayelsa during mocks APC civil appeals disqualification. Police finger nephew in Voice of Nigerian journalist case. We have peace talks. Flight of as Osun communities goes to war over land and dispute. Part of the stories we also have insurgency. CDS visits troops, says our military will restore peace. The Senate condemns 2.3 OITEF probe security agents. We also have the federal government eye more tax revenue loss. Global rate rises. We also have Nigeria needs more evaluators to improve basic amenities and says by experts. We also have Dangote Cement denies running sales promo. We have government rules airline operators on partnership. We have it is coming from stakeholders 6 equal opportunities for Nigerian workforce. We have a lot of these on our national dailies talking about the political news that we have today. But on the show, we want to talk on a lingering issue that is all over the country and even extend to some parts of the world. And this is the issue in respect of the certificate Saga of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It has gone viral on social media everywhere, being the talk of the day. Is it true that our president really forged the certificate? Is it true that the certificate President Tinubu presented to the INEC is the original that he got from the Chicago State University? It has generated a lot of issues, and the step of the PDP presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. These are the things that we're going to check on this program today. Also, we're going to extend to how Nigerians how we can minimize our cost of governance in this country if time permits us. But firstly, let's talk about the certificate of our president. Is it being forged or not? And the report that comes out of it, the report we got from the Chicago State University, has been requested by Al-IyamoyeTv Abubakar. Allegations that President Tinubu's certificates were faked went viral on social media following the release by the Chicago State University of his academic record last week. We have looked at different set of people coming out with their own personal record. The release of the president's academic document is the circulation of a judicial case filed in August by one of the main rivals of the February presidential election in Nigeria, the flag bearer or the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Al-IyamoyeTv Abubakar. Mr. Abubakar was hoping to have the veto disqualified after accusing him of falsifying the Chicago State University diploma of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration awarded in 1979 that is submitted to the Electoral Authority, INEC. To obtain this evidence for his case in Nigeria, Mr. Abubakar approached the U.S. court in August requesting it to compel the Chicago State University to release Mr. Tinubu's academic record through a process called discovery, where the parties exchange information including documents ahead of a trial. And you recall that President Tinubu's lawyer opposed this discovery application, citing privacy concerns. But the U.S. court decided that Atiku should proceed, and the document requested by Atiku as follows. The first thing there is that a copy of any document issued by the Chicago State University in 1979, also a copy of diploma of Chicago State University gave to President Tinubu in 1979. Copies of diplomas with the same font, seal, signature, and wordings award to other students that are similar to what the Chicago State University awarded to President Tinubu in 1979. Also documents from Chicago State University that were certified by Jamal Orr, who was then a staff member of the Chicago State University in the 12th month from 1st of August 2022. But in the response to the request, the Chicago State University also make the response which they throw back to Atiku. And part of the response to the first request is that the Chicago State University submitted 7 diplomas covering different disciplines with the names of the students redacted. According to the university registrar, these diplomas had not been collected by the students. Also, in response to the request too, the university stated that it could not find the diploma that he issued to Mr. Tinubu, as in the president, in 1979 because they do not keep copies of the diplomas already collected by the students. Also, in part of the response to request 3, the university stated that it produced President Tinubu a replacement diploma dated 27 June 1979. It also released diploma awarded to all the students, both similar fonts, sealed, signature, and wording as Tinubu's diploma. In response to the fourth request submitted others academic documents initially attest to and released by Mr. Rowe. But in line with the judge ruling, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar's lawyer, Angela Liu, last week questioned Caleb Westberg from the university, the current university registrar, in his disposition that, this thing shouldn't go the way. Why some social media users in Nigeria allege that the disposition that the diploma released by the university confirms that the diploma submitted to INEC by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was forged. This claim was also repeated by one of Abubakar's lawyer, Kalu, at a press conference last week, where he indicated, when you check his response, I'm talking about one of the lawyers of Atiku Abubakar, Kalu, during the press conference last week, said, why do we have Adekunle added to the names of the president? Why do we have Adekunle added to the name of the president? I think that is quite controversial. And the university released several diplomas issued between 1979 and 2003, which are well analyzed. The allegations on social media are based on comparison between the documents Mr. Tinubu submitted to INEC and the 1979 diploma released by the university. During Mr. Westberg's disposition, Atiku's lawyer focused on the copy of the diploma President Tinubu handed to the Electoral Commission and suggested that it was unlike any of the diploma that was being released by the university. However, while Mr. Westberg agreed with Atiku's lawyer that the diploma in question does not look, I just want us to take note of this one, does not look like the sample of 1979. He also stated that the certificate actually looks like three of the diploma the university released to Mr. Abubakar. I think we just need to be calm a little bit about this, because I think the case is already in court, but we're just trying to open our eyes to different things. Three of the diplomas dating from 1990s that the university submitted were similar to the one of our President Tinubu. But come to think of it, a country of ours, Nigeria, why do we always have these issues every time? I can recall the governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, before his emergence as the governor of the state. We also have similar case that he forged the result, that he never attended the school. And this always comes to my mind that all other countries around the world, can they still have belief in the certificates we have in this country? Is the highest peak where we are not even, we can't even accept, or we can't even guarantee the certificates being produced by the #1 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. These things go, the same thing goes to Atiku Abubakar too. Also, why people are saying where does he get his certificates, all these sort of things. But under the international nations, I think it's something Nigeria needs to work on. Like the Yoruba will say, because this would definitely dent the image of our country all over the world. Because they will not have belief in the certificate we move around. And with this issue of Japa syndrome, whereby all our youths are moving down to US, are traveling over just to look for greener pasture, do we think they will have belief in the certificates they got in Nigeria? Wouldn't they tell them to go back to school? Because if this can happen, let's think of the issue of Kemi Adeosun the other time, talking about the NYC certificate being forged or not. Who signed it? He attended. He doesn't serve. He served. For how long are we going to be crawling and dwelling on all these things? It is quite worrisome in the country. It is quite worrisome. Let's quickly go on a commercial break. Once we're back, we'll continue on the show.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
Gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbà mu ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógì gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́ ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. House of Zayana, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Al-IyamoyeTV and radio on your favorite show, the Politicos, where we talked about things that are going on. That is it about the certificate of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which was being claimed by some that it has been forged due to the response we got from the Chicago State University. From the registrar, I think there's something that needs to be clearly known to all Nigerians, and I quite believe I think the case is the Supreme Court presently, and they would definitely do the needful. But we just need to think of it in Nigeria. Have you ever think why is it that when you lose election, why is it that all our political leaders doesn't stay back once they lose election? Immediately they lose an election, the next thing is that they are going to file a petition. They're going to file a tribunal. Why? I can recall in 2015, during the general election, President Goodluck Jonathan lost the election. And instead of him also to file case against President Muhammadu Buhari, what does he do? He accepted and move on. But in this part of our country, go to different states, go to tribunals, different cases are coming on board where we challenge the victory of one another. When are we going to get to that point in this country that whoever emerges will support the person? The case between Atiku Abubakar, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Peter Obi, you can recall, they used over 10 hours. Is it not over 10 hours in deciding? But at the bottom end of the case, who wins the election? What's the result? It was being given to the incumbent president, Tinubu. I hope one day in this country we are going to rise up to the level at which anyone that fails during the election should support anybody that anyone that emerge, and they should embrace peace and they should move forward, because what should be on our mind is how the country will be united as one, not having series of problems every now and then. Let me draw you back to Ogun State. Just about 2 weeks ago, election tribunal sat and they gave the verdict that Prince Dapo Abiodun is the original winner of the election, which Ladi Adebutu was claiming that he is the original winner. I'm not saying it is bad for you to take your case to court when there are issues. No, it is good to express your mind, to express your feelings. But the fact still remains that we need to understand that we need to work together. For those of you that are familiar with Ogun State very well, during the time of Agbenga Daniel as the governor, you will recall that Senator Ibikunle Amosun, they dragged this case for almost 4 years. And what is the end of it? Governor Gbenga Daniel remains who? The governor of that state. Are we not making fools? Are we not creating monies for the legal practitioners on this? Every now and then, now, the PDP, with the last verdict, they said they didn't like it. They didn't agree with it. So what they will need to do is just to do what? Just to move to appeal. From appeal to Supreme Court. That we are taking it to any step. You recall the case in Osun between Governor Adeleke and Governor Oyetola. Oyetola insisted that he's the original winner. Adeleke said he's the original winner. They went to court. What happens? Adeleke got the victory. And you will recall back that even for 4 years ago, while Oyetola and Adeleke, Oyetola was the governor then, Adeleke fight against it. They went to court. There is even a rerun election. What's the later result? Oyetola stays. So why do we always challenge? It is good. You see, let's get this right. It is always good for us to challenge election results. But what I'm saying in essence is that whoever fails, whoever emerges, we should always see ourselves as one. Part of the speech of the President Tinubu, immediately he collected the certificate of return. He says, all my colleagues, all my people, I know some of you doesn't vote for me, but those that voted for me, I appreciate you. Those of you that doesn't like me, those of you that doesn't like us, but now, I'm now your president. I call on you, let's come together to work together as well. I think this is brilliant enough. As a country, let's learn how to come together as one. Let's learn how to embrace peace and unity. I'm just using this to call on everybody. It happens different states. Many cases in court. It is good for us to fight for our right. But while we're doing that, let's show support. Nigeria is our country. All our states are very, very much more important to us. Why can't we come together to embrace peace? Because what are we portraying? How would other states, other countries, how would they see us? Would they have belief in our government and our governments in Nigeria? Presently, the administration we have in the country have been faced with a lot of challenges. Other parties are trying to castigate them. Actually, not that I didn't like the way they are pushing it. They are pushing them up because this will brace them up to do the needful. But there should be a constructive criticism. It is good for us as a Nigerian, it is good for every one of us to criticize the government. I was talking to someone some time ago that in this country, we need to focus much on development, not criticizing one another, not looking for the bad or the ugly side of the government and power. If Party A emerges, Party B should work together with them. And if Party B will sees anything that is not good, that is not in the right way, it is better for them to do what? To just criticize Party A in a polite way, not to pull them down. We just need to be careful in this country so that we are not going to dent our image in the face of all of the countries that we have. One of the countries that our citizens are rushing to now, if you bring a certificate that you're a qualified doctor or a qualified nurse, once you get there, they will still tell you to go and do another course so that they can certify you personally. Because there is a case of forgery everywhere. Even this issue of one of the presidents has escalated, as some people have said, can we still have belief in us? And even this, even not coming. The university is not in Nigeria, Chicago State University. We are not getting different response. We have Tinubu, Adekunle. Some people are saying, is the president Adekunle? But when you check your social media, some days ago, we just see the new profile of the president, Adekunle has been added. Pam. Is that not a game? But God will help us in this country. We just need to put things together. There are a lot of things that we need to work on in this country. The issue of tribunal is good. Criticism is good. We should criticize ourselves in a polite manner. But we should always look for the future. We should always look for the betterment of the country. This issue of certificate of the president, we didn't bring it to castigate anyone, but just to update us on the reports that we have. According even the BBC also have such reports as well, talking about the updates on the issue of this certificate forgery. Is the certificate real or wrong? But with what it has been issued, there are a lot of issues underneath the certificate. You're still on to Al-IyamoyeTV and radio on the Politicos. Let's go on a commercial break, and once we're back, we're going to call it a day on the show today. Thanks for watching.
Our future is you
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those quack in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volumes room for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9, South Central Mosque, Sholanke Street, behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 578 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour.
gbogbo aláfẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbàmú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. House of Zayana, the name I know when we talk of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House of Zayana, lẹ́tí máa rójúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn ìtẹ̀lẹ̀ bàtà tó jiná tí wọ́n fawọ́ original ṣe, àwọn aago kájọ́ tó ń ka wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfumes, pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi ń gbafẹ́ lò gbà. Mo débẹ̀ ojú mi ń ṣe kámi, èmi ni ó rà, èmi ni ó mú. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógè gbọ́n pa fashion tẹ́ wá nílò jàlábíà, hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́ò ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní 52 Ọlọ́run ṣògo road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Ọlọ́run ṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Lórí Instagram House of Zayana 08165688618. House of Zayana, ilé ìtajà tá a ti ń tojúlówó aṣọ àti nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Well, that is all we can have on the show today. Let's do it again next week on the Politicos on Al-IyamoyeTv. And we do. My name is Moses Okunola. Thanks for watching.